They mocked her for being just a woman and told her to take off her uniform, said she didn't belong in their elite combat unit. But when the sky roared days later with the thunder of a Rafael jet and she flew over their camp, they realized what real power looked like. What happens next? Let's start the story. They told Flight Lieutenant Aisha Khan to take off her uniform, not in jest, not in secret, but loud enough for the entire base camp to hear. She had just landed from a grueling 16-hour logistics flight, her boots caked with desert dust, her face drawn from fatigue, and yet her posture remained as straight as her spirit. The male officers lounged by the mess hall entrance, all part of an elite strike unit assigned to Operation Sky Shield, a high-risk military maneuver in the heart of a volatile border zone. They eyed her with poorly concealed smirks. One of them, Captain Rohan Malik, decorated, arrogant, and loudly insecure, let out a chuckle as she walked past. "Hey, pilot," he called. "I think you're in the wrong movie. This one's for warriors, not uniform models. Might be time to hand that uniform back and go home." The others laughed. Aisha stopped, turned her head slightly. "Didn't know war had a dress code," she said calmly. "Or is this your way of saying you're afraid of flying next to me?" Another round of laughs, more awkward this time. Rohan stepped forward, voice tinged with condescension. "Look, sweetheart, this isn't the transport corps. This is air dominance. Rafaelis. Dogfights. Real speed. Real risk. We don't need someone slowing us down." She met his eyes. "Then it's a good thing I'm faster than all of you." But the taunts didn't stop. Over the next 2 days, whispers chased her wherever she walked. She only got in through diversity quotas. She's probably never flown a Rafael in combat. Maybe she should stick to simulators. No one mentioned her top-of-class graduation from the Air Force Academy, or her survival during a malfunction mid-air that landed her a commendation for saving her crew, or the black box footage where she calmly navigated a system's failure at Mach 1.2. She was a ghost to their records, but a storm in the sky. She requested training runs, was denied, asked to observe missions, denied again. The base command, overwhelmed by bureaucracy, turned a blind eye. It wasn't until a coded alert flashed red on every screen in the camp that things changed. An Allied convoy had been ambushed 60 clicks from their position. Air support was needed, immediate, but the squadron leader was grounded with a sudden health issue. The roster scrambled. No one was ready. No one except Aisha, who was already in her flight suit, already reviewing coordinates, already knowing this was her chance. She radioed command. "Flight Lieutenant Khan requesting emergency deployment clearance. Fully combat rated. Cleared for Rafael." Silence crackled back. Then, confirmed. Mission greenlit. Wheels up in 5. The camp stirred with disbelief as the sleek delta-winged Rafael roared to life. By the time Rohan and the others realized what was happening, Aisha had already taxied onto the runway. The sun glinted off her canopy. Her helmet visor lowered like a knight's shield. And then she was gone, a screaming arc of thunder across the sky. In the command tent, the map lit up with her flight path. Enemy heat signatures were visible. The situation was dire, but Aisha was calm. Her voice on the comms was sharp, precise, controlled. "This is Falcon 1. Visual on hostiles. Engaging." What followed was a textbook example of aerial dominance. She didn't just fly the Rafael, she danced with it. Barrel rolls to dodge heat seekers. High G turns to flank enemy drones. Laser-guided precision that took out missile launchers in a single pass. The Allied convoy, pinned down minutes ago, was now free and on the move. "Enemy neutralized," came her voice. Falcon 1 returning to base. When the Rafael landed and rolled to a stop on the tarmac, the entire camp stood watching. Dust settled as she stepped down from the ladder, helmet under one arm, face unreadable. Rohan stood near the hangar, eyes wide, his cocky grin replaced by stunned silence. She walked past him, paused, and said just loud enough for all to hear, "I didn't take off my uniform. I earned it. Every damn stitch." The rest of the week was different. The joke stopped. Respect, slow and quiet, replaced mockery. She was requested for briefings, consulted for air strategy, No apologies were spoken, but none were needed. She had made her statement at 1,500 kilometers per hour, 20,000 feet above their heads. Not with words, with wings. Months later, her footage from that mission would be used to train new cadets. Military journals would analyze her maneuvers, and a plaque near the hangar would read, asterisk, when doubt filled the air, she flew higher. Asterisk Aisha never looked back. She didn't have to. The sky had already made room for her.